Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, the West Coast is in the building. TF is in the building, my guy.
Yeah. DeLeon, what's happening?
Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's happening?
New album. When we're recording this, new album just came out today. I gotta read it because it's such a long name.
No, it's just Skanless Summer.
Just Skanless Summer. We're not going Doe Network presents.
Nah, shout out to homie Doe and all that, but yeah, it's just Skanless Summer.
Just Skanless Summer.
Babies. Yeah.
Skanless Summer. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So simplify it for everybody out there. I'm like, damn, he got a long ass name for this project.
Yeah. I be, you know how it be. But yeah, it's just Skanless Summer's 80s baby. This the second installment of the Skanless Summer.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was just Skanless Summer. This being the second installment, we threw the 80s baby on it.
Mm-hmm.
Came with a whole nother outlook on the Skanless Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Took it back to when motherfuckers was really getting busy in the streets. You feel me? It's like a story. It's like a story of Los Angeles culture.
Right.
Like back in the, I don't want to say back in the 80s, but like 80s babies grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. Like that was a whole different wave of gangbanging. You feel me? It wasn't none of this soft internet shit and like how it is now when anybody could be whoever they want to say they are.
Right.
Like you get on the internet and be like, oh, I'm this and that and this and that, and really they not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the same on the West Coast as it is in New York, but it just be like a lot of people, a lot of like rappers and shit like that, getting on IG Live together and just yelling at each other.
Yeah, that's considered smoke. That's considered smoke these days.
Do they still do that? Do they do that on the West Coast heavy like that? I know in New York it's like that's all that they be doing. They just be getting on.
Yeah.
But like with the young guys on the West Coast, they be
hell yeah,
same shit.
Yeah, internet banging.
Same shit. Yeah.
Yeah, lame.
Dumb. It's dumb. I personally don't like it because I'm just like everybody just on the internet. You could literally just be anybody. You know what I'm saying? People just say anything, do anything.
Yeah, nah. So I tried to paint a picture of like some OG shit. You feel me? Some real West Coast shit. Like Boys in the Hood, Minister Society. Like the movies was true stories. You feel me? Like that shit like a day in the life. They just made it into a movie. So I try to do the same thing with words.
Like trying to keep those like type of stories alive too.
Nah, not really, cause you don't want to perpetuate that shit, cause I don't want to see the younger generation come up and continue doing that shit. Like
go through like what you
nigga don't want to see that shit, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's my story.
Right, but telling at least like keeping your story alive and what you went through and how like someone who's like 15, 16, 17 can listen to your project and like kind of. You hope they listen to the project and they learn from.
Nah, for sure, it's for sure a guideline. You feel me? Because if you listen to the story, it give you a story of like, damn, my boy just got smoked, and damn, I just got caught slipping fucking with this chick, and damn, like I put my mama through all type of stuff, ups and downs and all that. So it's not just just on some gang shit. It's just like a lifestyle of what you go through, the lifestyle and what you go through being in the streets.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, it's lit sometimes. Sometimes it's ugly. You got to take the punches and run with it, and keep it solid, keep it Skanless.
Right. Obviously, music for you is like the out of that, right? Kind of like the out, one, your creative outlet, but also like, a viable option for a career. And you made a pretty good career out of it so far, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I think like, when we talk about like rappers and how, going from that street stuff to the music stuff, I think that like it's important to like highlight those stories and those accomplishments too, because it really is inspirational and it shows that you could do more than just stay in that shit, and you could actually take what you're, while you're in that and you're rapping and whatnot, you could actually take that and make a viable life for yourself out of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look, you here in New York, you got a billboard.
They got a billboard, Times Square, you feel me? Shout out to New York City, man. Shout out to NY, shout out to the whole East Coast, you feel me? I got a lot of love out here, you feel me? And that's major coming from the West.
Yeah, when I see when I go on your Instagram, I see like the people who follow you. Obviously, I see like Spesh and a bunch of other like the Griselda guys follow you, and then I see some of my pro era guy like Aaron Rose from out here. He follows you too. So I'm like damn, like if I just popped on his page like without even
you think I was from here?
Yeah, I would think you was from here because like all the people who I follow who are in this hip hop shit, they follow you. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, if I didn't know you or I never like heard your music and like I was just a random New Yorker and I'm like, oh, I found this guy's page and I like the way he rap. And I see it, I'm like, wow, like a lot of New York artists fuck with him like that.
Yeah.
So do you be out here like that a lot, or
Yeah,
is it just from like connect?
I always tell motherfuckers like this really like my second home. God damn.
There's a little fly around.
Hey, I know you was trying to see what's happening. But yeah, I tell motherfuckers all the time like NY like my second home. Like I got mad people out here. I got, you know, it's crazy. I came out here and lived out here for like a month, just bouncing around from fucking Rochester, Buffalo to
Interesting.
all around this motherfucker.
So you were in like the north, and obviously you came down here at some point too.
Well, yeah, I was like, it was like a week at a time. I spent the week in Buffalo, spent the week in fucking Rochester with fucking working with G4 Jag and Ito. You feel me? And then went to Buffalo, worked with my boy Billy Esco.
Yes, shout out Big Billy Esco.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog for real. And then came down here. And you know, and moved around out here for a minute and went back to the city.
How do you first like connect with like Billy Esco and like those guys up from Griselda and Buffalo?
I met all them niggas in fucking like 2018.
Okay.
2018 in Atlanta at a festival. Wu-Tang was there, all type of motherfuckers. But that was my first time really seeing.
I know a festival that you're talking about too, yeah.
Yeah, she was lit. That was my first time meeting them, but it was crazy because like maybe a week before that, I was in the studio with Alchemist, and I kept hearing him talking about, he's like, yeah, West Side Gun and Conway. I'm like, what the fuck is these? Benny the Butcher. And then I ran into him. We was out there, me, Doe, and 211, we was out there, and we chopped it up with them, and I watched the show. I watched they set, and I'm like, these niggas nice. You know, and then we kicked it for like that whole little weekend or whatever, but me and Esco really was like moving around, you feel me, more than anybody else. And we just stayed tapped in, and then I ran into him again on tour in the city, you know, and it was love, and it's been love since. That's how I met Flea. I met Flea on tour with them niggas. And we just stayed locked in.
Yeah, Flea was just here the other day. Flea's story is kind of crazy too.
Yeah.
Flea got a crazy. Anybody that's freestyle, make sure you go check that out. But that's dope. That like literally now I would literally just assume that you was out here because I know a lot of West Coast people who like live out here now. Like a lot of West Coast artists, they move out here, whether it be for certain situations or just because like I guess they come out here and they're like, oh yeah, this is different, this is nice, and there's the music scene out here is like huge.
Yeah.
Like you said, you was traveling from Buffalo to Rochester to this to that. Like there's a lot of opportunities out here too.
Hell yeah. Especially if you could rap like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you could rap like that, you solid. Anywhere.
And you've been dropping, so like you've been pretty consistent this year. This is your third project this year, correct? Look, he's even thinking about it. He's even thinking about it too.
I dropped Blame Kansas, then we dropped
it's your third project.
Skanless Levels 2, and then we dropped Skanless Level 3, and then
the 2 don't pop up on the okay.
Yeah.
This is 4.
So yeah, this will be 4.
So you've been busy, and only 6 months in.
Yeah, 4 projects.
I think people like don't talk about like the consistency stuff enough sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like dropping 4 projects in a year is like one, very impressive, but like you're also staying in front of the people's faces too, which is like
you gotta stay in the mix. Especially how it is now, cause like shit. Like I mean shit, I dropped 4 projects this year. Like anybody could do that.
Right.
You feel me? I'm not the only person dropping like that. You know, you gotta stay, especially on YouTube. This motherfucker's dropping videos every other day.
Right, yeah.
You feel me? You know, so with how the pace of music right now, if you don't stay in their face and if you're not coming with something that's like, damn, this nigga dope, this nigga steady, and like he in the mix, he with everybody who he need to be with. You seeing him, you know, and you know, just staying tapped in, even with the people, not even just other artists and peers in the music game, just tapping in with the people and shaking hands and kissing babies. You gotta be that.
I love that, and what was I gonna say off the consistency stuff too? But yeah, like you said, like I feel like even now, like YouTube has become like we remember when SoundCloud was like the main platform that people would like break on, and people just drop every week on there. But now YouTube has become like the place that people are doing what they were doing on SoundCloud, but now on YouTube where people, like you said, people are dropping videos every other day for shit like that. You know, and I think, you know, sometimes we get caught up in like the music industry as a whole. You get caught up in like I guess the quote unquote traditional sense of releasing music that like I guess labels or whatever kind of perpetuate, where it's like you drop one album this year and then like you're done for like, you know,
done for the next 2 years,
couple years, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, not everyone can do like something like how Kendrick does, where Kendrick dropped once in like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? Like not everybody can do that. So sometimes like dropping this many projects in a year is important. Plus, you know, you're building up your fan base, like not just in the West, but like over here too at the same time.
Yeah. That's consistency is key in everything. Like not even just, you know, with day to day. Like, you know, like if you consistently on bullshit, then that's what you're gonna have in your pocket. You know, bullshit. Consistent with, you know, getting your shit together, and you know, sooner or later it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
You feel me? So just being consistent is the main thing. Like first and foremost, but then just working towards what you wanna do and what you wanna see.
Right.
You know, so the effort to show. I mean, the work and the effort you put in, it'll show for sure on the back end.
Right, you're gonna definitely get that back.
You just gotta keep pushing, keep grinding.
Do you have a favorite project that you dropped this year? Like
right now, this one,
this new
one, yeah, for sure.
He knew he had to promote it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because I saw someone, they were talking about Skanless Levels 3. They said that was your best project that you had dropped.
I feel like out of the 3, number 3 is the hardest one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I think I saw it on it was on Twitter or one of the YouTube videos I was watching. I was like, I gotta bring this up because I wanted to know if you thought if you felt the same way about.
Out of that trilogy. Well, I don't even know. I ain't gonna say it's a trilogy because we finna drop 4.
Right.
You feel me? We finna drop Skanless Levels 4 probably August.
August, damn, Skanless already?
Yeah.
Wow. You just.
We gonna try to do 10.
10 projects this year.
Yeah, I mean it's easy.
Yeah.
You know, especially going back and forth. You know, we probably come with a new concept or something. You know, we probably switch it up somewhat, format it different or something. But we gonna try to shoot for 10.
10 projects in a year. I knew someone a couple years ago. He was trying to do like an EP every month, and I thought that was OD. Like
my boy Drebo dropped a song every day last year.
Every day.
365 songs, or 6. Yeah, it was
365. Yeah. Oh well, was it last year a leap year?
No, it was
whatever.
It was 65.
Yeah,
because that's his name now, Mr. 365.
That's what he goes by now.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of. He's not doing that again this year, is he?
Nah. But
that's kind of stressful.
Yeah, for real. Because I'm like, damn, how uploading that shit got to be kind of like, damn, this shit didn't. But he made that shit happen. 365 days a year. If shit didn't upload right, then he dropped it on SoundCloud. Yeah.
Do you think that do you think you could ever do something like that too or not?
365? Maybe, but I think too much. I be in my head too much. You know, I be like, nah, I don't like it. And most of the songs I don't like, the people love. You feel me?
I feel like, is it because you listen to them too many times, or do you just don't like them as much? Like,
nah, it's just like sometimes I like to put together stories.
Like we talked about with this project. Yeah,
like this is just a full story. You know, and every song kind of ties into everything, even the Dick Tracy song, which is about a dirty cop. You feel me? The song right after that, which is called Home, is about the dude he put a case on, the dirty cop. So it's like a continuation into a whole, like in the middle of a whole story that's connected to the two. So dropping a song every day, I can't do that unless I did a fucking story every day. Stretched it out within over a year's time,
which is extremely stressful.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick as fuck to do. Like every song every day would connect 365 times.
He's actually thinking about it now. Like, look, he's like 2023
for real
every day.
I
feel like you got to do like a screenplay or some shit for one of these projects. You got to do like do like a full movie or something.
I got one ready for Blaine, Kansas.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's why I ain't really dropped no visuals on that.
So it's gonna be like a full type of movie story situation.
Probably short film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're telling a story through 10+ records, like that's kind of like a recipe for success to like create something,
Yeah, for sure.
like a half hour long, 45 minutes
probably
long.
45.
Use all the songs from the project to tell it. I'm trying to think if anybody's ever really done something like that before. I mean, I guess you could say like
I think Trouble did.
Trouble.
You know, rest in peace to my boy too, man. You know, that was kind of tough how he went out, but I think he did a few years ago. He did I think it was maybe like 4 or 5 records, like 8 minutes long.
Okay, that's still fire. You and him were close?
Nah, I met him a few times.
Okay.
I met him a few times. But yeah, sick.
Yeah, rest in peace, Trouble, man. Rest in peace, Trouble. So after this, what are you kind of? So we got a project in August, right? That you're working on. 10 projects this year. We're at number 4.
We shooting for that. You know, it's not locked.
It's not a definite. It's not a definite
like, you know, because
answer.
I know. He got his own shit going. I obviously got my own shit going. So whenever everything cleared out, then we getting back to it. But we shooting for that though, for sure.
I think it's cool how like a lot of your projects are like collab projects, not just in the sense of artists, but also the producers too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like locking in with one producer for a full project. I think that's really dope, and I feel like enough people don't really, enough people don't really do that nowadays. But it's cool because like it gives a very distinct sound to each one of the projects because of, you know, obviously the different production styles that you're going over.
Yeah, hell yeah, because none of my albums sound exactly the same. You know, most artists, they'll drop an album and it's damn near the same pocket as the last album.
Right, yeah.
You know, so but yeah, my first album coming into this shit I was just one producer. One producer, which was No Hooks, produced by Shay Wooten. And from there I'm like, damn, that shit kinda dope. To just have one solid sound and build a whole, you know, build a pocket.
Yeah, build like a little world around it too. I think that's. I really wish I remember who I was talking about that with the other day. But then, like, you know, obviously, like the Rock project, like that shit is dope. How did you two first get in contact? Like, how did y'all first link up?
He was shooting a video in the set. Him and Flea. Flea brought him to the set. We was in L.A. They was like, man, we want to try to get something that looks Skanless. I'm like, well, shit, come to the set. They came to the set. You know, I had a few homies out there. We chopped it up. Rock knew. He knew one of my boys. He also just passed, my nigga Doughburger. You feel me? Rest in peace to Doughburger too, man. You feel me? But like that was a mutual friend we had, and he spoke highly of me, and it was vice versa. So Rock was like, well, shit, you know, you fucking with Flea, it's all good, it's all love. Like Rock been locked in since.
Dope.
And that was for one of the videos that he shot with Flea. But they shot that shit in L.A. They shot that shit right there, and we've been.
I feel like you gotta just do a new like one of your projects. It's got to be you and just only New York artists at this point.
That'd be dope.
Like conceptually.
That'd be dope.
Like there's an artist who I'm friends with. He's gonna do a project. Shout out O-Wave. He's gonna do a project where, because he's connected with UK artists, but he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He's gonna call it Brooklyn, but like instead of like the O, it's gonna be a U and then a K, and it's gonna be him and UK artists.
That'd be dope.
Just giving you some ideas.
Nah, for real. That's for real. But yeah, most of my shit always got maybe 2 or 3 people from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to keep that sound. I like that sound. I do like I rarely do like West Coast sound and shit. I mean, it is on this new album. It's like clearly it's L.A.
More prevalent than on the other projects.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you try to just? It's just because you like the sound.
Well, nah, it's because like I can't talk about '80s, baby. I don't really know how it was over here in the '80s, '90s, early 2000s.
No, I just mean like in like a generalization. Excuse me, of like, you know, why you may not always stick to that like West Coast.
Oh nah. I like to rap. Feel me? I don't really feel like I don't want to say you can't rap over West Coast beats, because clearly you can. Like that's how, you know, a lot of shit was built. But like I like to tell stories and shit, and like I feel like pockets, like with the grittier sound, you could really dive into a whole world and put a dope story together.
Word.
You know.
Word. Yeah. And you definitely did that with this project.
Yeah.
Got the billboard in Times Square. So if you got to see that, you know what I'm saying. Again, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We about to have you rap today, which I'm very excited for. I love your Bootleg Kev freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your Bootleg Kev. Shout out Bootleg Kev. Shout out the iHeart
Bootleg
family.
Kev, man.
You killed that shit. So I'm very excited to see what you do here today. But before we sign off, let the people know where they could follow you at. Anything else you want to let them know? Now's the time to do it. This camera right here, he's got like almost 10 projects coming out this year. So just a little preface on that.
So yeah, man, I'm TF. I am.t.f. Follow me on all the shit, man. You feel me? Hashtag everything Skanless. Hashtag blame Kansas. You know, Skanless Summers out right now. Both of them, 1 and 2. Skanless levels 1, 2, and 3. They out right now. But yeah, tap in. Keep it Skanless. You know, DeLeon.
Keep it Skanless. You heard him. TF on the radar. Go run up those projects. Go show them some love. Go show them support. Love and support is free. Till next time, it's on the radar. Go check out that freestyle, my brother.
DeLeon.
Love.
Yeah.